Project Kyles Booktube Newbie tag.
Greetings, mortals! I am Project Kyle, coming to you from Planet Booktube. So, as most of you probably know, I'm kind of new to Booktube. So, for my first video on this channel, I am going to start with the Booktube Newbie tag. The Booktube Newbie tag is a ritual that all newbie booktubers start off with, where they answer 10 very hard, very deep, very thought-provoking questions that will express the inner booktubiness and bring it out to the booktuby world. Question number 1. Why did you start this channel? For those of you who don't know, I've actually been in YouTube for a few years. I started off with my art channel about, oh my goodness, that's probably 6 years ago already. After which I moved on to my Project Kyle account, which was actually an educational account where I would do top 10 videos, and I would also review products, which was kind of cool. And I found that that was something I loved doing. I loved making videos and I loved reviewing things. Just sharing my thoughts on products, my perspective on products, because everyone has different perspectives, what they like and disliked, and getting my voice out there turned out to be something that I loved. And now I want to take all the knowledge I had from my original account and bring it to Booktube, which is a hobby that I've really enjoyed lately. About a year ago, I discovered Wattpad and started writing a book called Deep Cosmos. It was a sci-fi psychological novel that really played with your head, and I had initially done it for fun. However, Wattpad took to it very positively, and I ended up taking first place in 2 writing contests. At this point, I realized I needed to do something with my book, so I decided to go the self-publishing route, which I am still currently in the process of. But before I jumped into the self-publishing world, I realized I needed to do my research, and that's when I turned to Booktube to find out what I was actually getting into. Right off, I noticed how passionate some of these booktubers were about their work and about helping other young authors to become better and to get into the community and to gain inspiration from each other. And over time, that was something I realized I wanted to be a part of. And just as booktubers have helped to inspire me, I too want to inspire younger writers as well. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Well, first of all, I mentioned I want to do some how-to videos to help inspire younger writers. But second, I love reviewing things, and that's, I think, the thing I miss most about my old channel, was reviewing products and giving my perspective on them. And as you will soon learn, I have a very unique perspective on things, and this helps being a judge and being a reviewer, and I want to bring that into the Booktube world. Question number 3. What are you most excited about for this channel? I think the thing I'm excited about most is bringing other booktubers together. My dear friend E.A. Katanaya is going to be joining me on this channel to start off, and we're both going to try to recruit some new booktubers to make more of a community rather than an individual booktube channel. And that is something I really look forward to. We plan to do podcasts. We plan to do book club reviews. So that is something I think I look forward to most in starting this channel. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? One advantage I think that a book has over a video or a movie is you are instantly taken into the author's perspective. You live through the author's mind, and I think that is what I enjoy reading about the most, is actually not just learning about the story, but learning about the author. Question 5. What got you into reading? Oh boy. This is a confession that I'm going to make right off the bat. Although I enjoy reading now, there was a time where I actually hated reading, and I don't think it was so much that I was lazy or just didn't like reading. At that time, I never found a book that I enjoyed, and for that reason, I never really wanted to read. I never had the motivation to read, which was interesting because at age 18, I was obsessed with writing, and I've been obsessed ever since. Yet I would only read my own work. I didn't really enjoy reading other people's work. The turning point for me was actually this year, regrettably. Yeah, it took me a while. When I found a book called The Compound by S.A. Bodine. Something about that book kind of opened my mind a little bit more to reading. I loved it, for one thing. I read it within 4 days, and I couldn't stop reading it. And I realized at that point that it wasn't so much that I didn't like reading, I just needed to find a book that I enjoyed and connected with. And that was the turning point for me, and I've been buying books and reading them ever since. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Out of all the booktubers I've learned from, I'd have to say I've learned the most from author Kim Chance. She's a young adult author, and her videos are very easy to follow, very easy to understand. She has a lot of them. And I think my question to her would be, what recommendations would she have to help my channel grow? Because this is a new channel, and although I will have multiple booktubers joining, it's going to take time. And obviously, Kim Chance has had a successful booktube channel. So my biggest question to her would be, what recommendations would she have to help my community to grow? Question number 7. What challenges do you think would be the hardest to overcome in starting a booktube channel? 2 things come to my mind right now. The first would be scheduling. I've never really been consistent about posting videos, and I think that's something I need to change with this channel. I'm thinking of posting new videos every Monday, so if I can do that, great. And that is definitely my goal for this channel. For my own post is every Monday I'd like to post a new video. So that's going to be a challenge. Second, this. I have a very artistic approach to everything, which if you knew me in real life, you would know. I wasn't originally going to even reveal my identity on BookTube. I was thinking of wearing a mask or a bag over my head or having a cloak. But on Twitter, I'm known as Project Kyle, and I'm known for being a mechanical life form. So I wanted to get the face paint on to kind of express that a little bit better. I like it. I think it will make it a little bit unique for me, but I will admit it's a bit of a pain putting the face paint on for every video. So that's going to be interesting, and it will be a challenge moving forward. Question 8. When did you start reading? Since I was a kid, which actually as a kid, I guess I could say I didn't really hate it so much. Of course, those were picture books, and very few words, so they were easy to read. Then, of course, you had school as I was getting older, and that's, I think, when I started to hate reading, unfortunately. So I've been reading my whole life, technically. I just didn't enjoy it until this year. Question 9. Where do you read? Pretty much anywhere inside. I don't really like reading outside. The sunlight can get a little bit overpowering, and I don't know. When I'm outside, I don't really feel like reading. So whenever I'm inside, anywhere indoors is where I'll usually read. Question 10. What kind of books do you read? Obviously, sci-fi is my all-time favorite. I also prefer young adult. I like the perspective of a teenager. Just something about the way that young adult books are written are amazing. I also like books that keep you in suspense. Having the adrenaline glands going while you're reading is an amazing feeling. So those are probably my 3 favorite things to read. If there's something that's a mixture of the 3, then perfect. I'm all for it. And we're done! Now I am official member of the BookTube community. To all my viewers, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then please push the like button. And if you want to see more videos, then consider pushing the subscribe button. On that note, this is Project Kyle signing off. Farewell.